How's it going, guys? This is Leo from Raw Beats. We're sitting here with our good friend Ben Gold. How'd you enjoy LA this time around?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I got here yesterday and I worked all day today, and as you might be able to tell as the interview goes on, I woke up with a bit of a cold and stuff because I left the aircon on because it was too hot outside. And yeah, but apart from that, no, it's really good to be back. I can't believe it's been 2 years already, maybe a little bit longer. 2.5 years. Yeah, time flies.
Where are you coming here from?
I came in from Montreal. Last weekend I played in New York, and then I stayed in Montreal because I'm here for 4 shows, so it just made sense to stay in North America than to keep flying back to London. So yeah, so Montreal. It's cold in Montreal, and that's half of the reason I feel like this, I think, because you know, they're almost ready for snow there, you know, and it's like 80 degrees in mid-October here, which is if I need another reason to want to move here, I don't think I do need another reason. 80 degrees in October is great. And, yeah.
Looking a little bit about your career, what were you doing before you decided to be an EDM producer?
I went to college after, so yeah, we leave school at 16. I went to college for 2 years and I studied music technology, and it taught me how to record a band and the acoustics of a room, music management. It wasn't just how to use a sequencer. That was you had to kind of pick that up on your own, really, if you wanted to in your free time. And then when at 18, when I left university, there was a record shop, an old vinyl shop in my hometown, and yeah, I used to be friendly with him because I used to go and buy records, and yeah, he was like, look, I want to set up a studio in the back, and my clients that come into the shop, I want to offer them the opportunity to make their own records, and then if they want to get it pressed, I can offer that service as well. I need someone to write their music for them. Would you have to do it? And I was just like, yeah, well, you know, so I get to make music full time? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, wow. So yeah, so left and yeah, did that till I was like 21, 3 years, and then I quit that. Well, I didn't quit. I took a lot of my clients over and I started to work from my house, from my home studio. And then yeah, as the sort of time's gone on, I just sort of slowly stopped. I sort of slowly stopped working for other people and just did my own, focused on my own sound. And then when I got signed to Garuda, that was kind of the turning point where you know, if I want to, you know, have an opportunity that potentially I could do something with this Ben Gold brand and sound or whatever. And yeah, so just dropped. You know, it made sense just to focus on my own stuff. So yeah, I've been lucky enough I've been able to make music since I left college.
That's awesome. A lot of kids these days want to start being a producer and DJ at such a young age, and everybody, at least nowadays, you know, as the EDM scene is getting bigger, a lot of people are trying to merge into the scene.
Yeah, of course.
And then doing what you did is,
well, I mean,
it's a great accomplishment for her.
Well, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. But also, you know, there are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids now. I don't mean kids as in, you know, like, you know, little kids, but you know, they're young, you know, and they're now on the global stage. You know, the artists, the Matt Zoe's, okay, they're, you know, 21, 22, 23, and W&W again 23, around that age. But then Port Robinson and Maddie and these guys, I don't even think they're 20 yet. I mean, I might be wrong, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, anyway, that's pretty amazing as well.
What type of music were you experimenting with before you decided to produce tracks?
Well, going back to the job, which I had at the record store, it was house music. It was all like 128 BPM, and we had a phase in the UK where it wasn't a phase, in the era actually, where house music, nothing electro. It was all about big vocals, organic instruments, you know, strings, this funky bass lines, real bass or emulated real bass sounds. So yeah, it was that really where I started, and that's what I started to produce. And then yeah, after like a couple of years, I always had trance in my bones though. Before that, I was just never able to make trance because after doing 9 hours a day in the studio, working on another style for someone else, the last thing I wanted to do was go and make more music initially for the first 6 months, and then it just became a routine, and then I just started doing like 18, 20-hour days, and I just lived in the studio and just, you know, it was just I experimented with like some break stuff, a little bit like hard house. I'm not sure whether it's the same definition of what you guys call hard house, but like we call it hard house. It was really popular in the UK, especially in London. Really banging, and yeah, I went through that era. I think I just had to flush that out. I think I just had to do a couple of records and realise I was shit, and then just then move on to like trance, because that's where I think my forte lies. Whatever.
Talking about like your studio work, you collaborated a lot with Tritonal. How did this collaboration even start?
Okay, yeah, so we did a remix of Slave, which was a Ben Golden Tritonal remix. Excuse me. They originally they wanted me to remix it for their remix album. And I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, whether I delayed for a bit getting it done. And then they would say, look, why don't we do a Ben Golden Tritonal remix where you deliver the lead line and certain parts of the record, and then they were like, look, we can do this part of the record. And then they did a little bit, and then they sent it across, and I was just like, yeah, cool. Then I added a bit, and then they added the bass line, and added the chords or whatever, and then we just started piecing it together, and we were like, wow, this is actually really easy. And we did it all over Skype, and at that time I'd never met Chad or Dave, and yeah, it was first for me anyway to do something online, and I'm not sure about them, but yeah, it worked, and we did really well with Slave. I don't think we expected to get the airplay and Beatport positions that it did. And then we did Apex pretty much straight away after, yeah, which was a similar setup. They were like, yeah, we'll do this bit. We kind of reversed it actually on Apex, where I did I did a lot of the stuff that I didn't do in the first track, and then vice versa. So, but yeah, no, I actually have a studio. I have a week pending with them in November to work on a new track. Well, I have to do it. We're doing it from our own homes with an 8-hour time difference. But yeah, this time we're like, yeah, let's schedule it in because they're really busy, man. They're blowing up. But yeah, I've got some really good ideas, and more important, it's good fun to work. It was really good fun to do,
Is there any other artists right now that you are collaborating with? Anything we can expect like that?
I've done a follow up to Flash with Garuda. Yeah, I think you guys have heard that first. Actually, I think that's pretty much you. I don't think anyone else knows about that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we got that'll be coming out. It might come out this year. I don't know. I have quite a busy release schedule with Garuda now. So whether it can slot in, I don't know. But yeah, it will come out. It's a really good track, and it's been going down really well in both our sets, and we wanted to challenge ourselves a little bit. We were just like, look, instead of doing the usual Garuda sounding record that we know we could both do, well, he can do it better than I can because he is Garuda. But yeah, we were just like, let's try and do something a bit different. So yeah, it was really fun to do, and it's been getting great reactions on the dance floor. So hopefully, yeah, it'll be a good release.
Talking about Garuda, how did that all start? How did you guys get together?
He used to play a track of mine called Starstruck, which I released under an alias called B Gold, which was basically an outlet which I just set up so I could experiment with other sounds. And then after doing a couple of records, I realised that actually this is more the Ben Gold sound. This is what I want to be. So, but anyway, back then it was B Gold, and he supported this track, and I played after him or before him in London or in the UK somewhere, and played the follow-up. And I was like, oh, by the way, this is the follow-up, and you can have it. And then yeah, he emailed me the next week, and just like, I played it over the weekend, and I want it for Garuda. And I was like, great, it's cool, let's do it. And then I sent him Sapphire, which was the first track on Garuda. That ended up being the first track on Garuda. And yeah, it was like, yeah, I'll take that one as well. And it was like, this is really good music. So yeah, that's kind of where all that sort of started. Funny, the original record that he took, it didn't actually end up going on Garuda. It ended up being part of Apex, which is the track I did with Tritonal. Because Sapphire, out the two, was a better record. We had kind of agreed, and so the other one, which is now Apex, kind of just took a bit of a backseat. And yeah, I didn't know what to do with it, because I'd been sitting on it for like 2 years, but the melody was really good, I thought. And I was like, sent to Chad, I was like, look, what do you think of this melody? And it's just like, this could be the next Ben Gold Tritonal single. So yeah, that's where that happened. That's how that started. Again, that's probably an exclusive as well, actually. You guys are doing alright, actually, so far.
The Garuda label has a lot of up and coming artists. Who do you think in the next couple of years is really gonna stand out?
Craig Connolly. He's the guy. He's the manager of Garuda. He works in the office, but his productions are just getting better and better, and he's developing really well. I don't want to talk as if he's really up and coming, because I don't think he is. I mean, his tracks are featured in my sets, at least for the last year, and every time it's really consistent. He's getting really good rewards, and he's getting good rewards from his productions now with Beatport positions. His latest one on Tritonal, plus his remix of Concrete Angel. So yeah, Craig will be the one, definitely. Yeah.
Many DJs have funny stories about how they first originated with their name. How did Bengal come about?
Okay, it's kind of in two parts. I'll say as quickly as I can. So my dad used to be in the music industry, and his surname was Gold. And when I was younger, I didn't want any connection, because I wanted people to think I did it off my own back. I wanted people to see me as my own eyes, so I stayed away from using his name. And I used something else, which was given to me by a promoter when I got my first show at 16. I had no DJ name, and she was like, "Look, we have to put a name on the flyer." So I let her come up with a name, and a name I'm not going to say, because I think it's just better if I feel better about myself if I don't say it. Although it's knowledgeable. If you did some digging online, you could probably find out, but I'm not going to say. But yeah, anyway, so when I came like 17, 18, I was just like, well, my dad wasn't no longer in the industry really. He'd kind of gone into retirement, and someone suggested that I took Gold. I can't remember exactly who it was now, but it just kind of worked. I just thought, well, it works. It worked for me anyway, and so it's better than my real surname. It has a couple of T's in my real surname. That's an exclusive as well. God, guys, you were doing really well,
Your new music video for Fall With Me is very interesting. What can you tell me a little bit about
that? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it was written, directed, produced, edited by three guys who were in my younger brother's university course. They're like 21. I'd previously seen their work when they were required to do assignments for their university course, and used my middle brother, who plays the guy in the video, as the actor. So they kind of owed me they owed my brother a bit of a favour, and so we managed to get it done on a really good price. But more importantly, I could see how good they were in terms of the screenplay, how the actual overall video looks. Yeah, look, the storyline is, it's a little bit crazy, it's a bit out there. They gave me options. They gave me the three options, and after speaking with Garuda and my brother, who was obviously got to be in it, well, it's obvious why my brother took this one, because he knew the girls were in this, so he wasn't going to say, well, of course he wanted that one. But yeah, look, it was. I don't really take myself too seriously as a person. I enjoy writing music. I enjoy performing music. And yeah, I mean, going on other trance videos that I'd seen, I wanted to stand out. I didn't necessarily want to aim to do a commercial-ish video. I know there's some bits in it, like when she's texting and stuff comes out, it's really commercial. You see it on MTV, whatever. That was never the idea. The idea was just to do something that was just different from what everyone else has done. But yeah, I was there all day when they shot it, and it was good fun. It was a good day. It was really good to watch. As you can imagine, I mean, the last scene's pretty good. But yeah, it was just overall, it was good to do, and more importantly, I'm really pleased with the output, with the final product. I mean, as I said, I wasn't aiming for MTV like people said. It was just, let's just do something which is fun, which is, good to watch, whatever. But yeah, no, it's. I've had some great feedback, great airplay on the record so far. It's released October 29, so a couple of weeks to go yet. But yeah, so far so good. I'm looking forward to the release.
do you think the music video portrays the meaning behind the song, or is it kind of totally unrelated?
Yeah, it's totally unrelated. I mean, the guy who wrote it, he did say the connection that he came to. I can understand it. I can understand to a certain degree, like about the lyrics, about falling with me and being with me, and he just took that idea and he was just like, well, you know, let's be with each other, but then let's not be with each other at the end. Let's do something to make it into a music video. You know, I think if I was to write something, or rather if I was to release a video that portrayed the lyrics, maybe I should have done a small feature film. I don't know. But yeah, look, as I said, it was fun. It was fun to do, and that was the whole. That's what I said to Peter. His name is. So I said to Peter, I was like, look, man, let's do something that's just fun. And yeah, that's what we got.
Last but not least, what can the people of Exchange LA expect from you tonight?
Well, I'm playing a 2.5 hour set tonight, which is great. I love playing the longer sets. And yeah, I don't tend to read too many forums. But going with the response on Twitter and Facebook in the lead up to this show, it sounds like everyone's in for a really good trance, and you know, it's music to my ears. Yeah, and again, playing that 2.5 hours is great. You can start somewhere, you can finish somewhere, you can go somewhere in the middle, and I've heard only great things about this club. You know, from Tritonal guys who I think were here last week or the week before. Ashley Warbridge is here. I think he's playing here as well. He's playing here next month. And yeah, everyone is just like, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So bring it on. I can't wait. We haven't got too long to go now. So. Hi, this is Ben Gold. I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Raw Beats, and hope to see you guys in LA soon.